So, it all started September 17th, 2012. My pastor passed away with stage 4 brain cancer. And he was more of a dad to me than my real dad was. But this is my story. When I was born, they found a hole in my heart, and I had something else very wrong with me that the doctors could not find out at all. So they went like 2 months with me breathing really weird and stuff, and turned out I had a paralyzed diaphragm. And now I got this scar right there from that. Yeah. I've died almost a few times. And when I turned 7 was when my pastor passed away. He was my best friend. He was a person that I could always turn to. He was the person that I always knew everything was gonna be okay as long as he was here. And when I lost him, I lost everything. Friends, family, hope, love. The happiness that I had inside of me was gone. I was broken. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was depression. And I went to counseling for years, thinking that it was grief, but it was really just depression and anger. And it was just not good. I can remember the day, because like a week before that was whenever I had a surgery, which I'll talk about in a minute. And we went to Little Rock, and I was at Children's, and he was at I forgot which hospital it was. But we went and saw him. And I remember we walked into the room, and he had his glasses on. He had this really big smile on his face. And he told me to walk over to the bed. And I walked over, and he whispered into my ear, "Evan, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay." And at that time, I was a little kid. I just had faith that God was gonna heal him. I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed. And nothing. Well, about a week or so later, I was getting colored pencils out of my playroom, which is now my bedroom, and my man cave, whatever, same difference. and there were these really cool colored pencils. They were from Scotland. My Nana brought them back for me. And I remember I walked into the living room and sat down on the floor and started coloring. And my parents sat down on the couch and it was like, Evan, we need to tell you something. And I saw their faces. And all that I could remember is just anger just washing over me. And I remember I said, no, no, no. And then I stood up and I slammed the colored pencils on the ground and I said, no, this can't be happening. And I ran outside. I went outside and we had like this little table. And it was like 80 pounds. I still have it actually. But I just like picked it up over my head and just threw it. Over and over and over. I was so mad. The anger inside of me is something I will never feel again. Because at that moment, I knew I lost everything. I loved him, I really did. He was my mentor. He told me, he would tell me about how that God has a purpose for me and that I do great things. And then I went down the wrong paths, started drinking and doing drugs and shit, and it was just all downhill. That same week that he was in the hospital, or 2.5 weeks afterwards, I went and had a surgery, and it was a herniated testicle, and my left testicle was up into my stomach, almost about to kill me. So they had to take it and put it back down. And then January 12th, 27th, 12th, my parents, we found out that my dad was cheating on my mom. 2019. $2020. Yeah. Sorry. And it was hard for us for a long time. Especially my mom. That night I was about to kill my dad, but my mom stopped me. And in that door, into our bedroom, I left a hole in it from where I punched it because I was so fucking mad. Then, about a month and a half later, or this was before actually. So January 12th was whatever wasn't the day. January 27th was. January 27th, my mom found out that my dad was cheating on my mom. But January 17th was the day that I found out that someone had made a Snapchat account with my name on it and started spreading rumors and cyberbullying me really, really badly, which led to depression. I thought my reputation was ruined. I thought everything was ruined. I thought my life was ruined. I thought everything was just gone. But it wasn't. And then in March 16th, I got in a relationship that was not good for me at all. It was abusive mentally and physically, and it was manipulative, and it was just bad in all areas. We both agree it was not a good idea at that time, especially because we were both going through depression and everything, and it was just not good at all. But we did it anyways because we loved each other. Anyways, this last year, I've been going through a lot of shit, and I went and did some things that I shouldn't have. And most everyone knows, so I ain't gonna say them out loud, but it was just not good. But yeah. Now I'm on antidepressants to try to help control my depression. And yeah, that's my life. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give it a like and comment. Thanks for watching.